Hi, everybody. I just want to go over the slides like I usually do for vocabulary list number 8. Please review the slides again before Friday when I send you the assessment, especially for the word origins and word parts. So I'm going to put this on presentation mode, see if this works. And I'll probably, okay, here we go. So here are our words, starting with taboo, which is can be used as an adjective or a noun. And taboo, something taboo is strongly forbidden. It's actually a word that came from Polynesia, from the island of Tonga, and Captain Cook brought it back after he took his voyages and wrote about them. Taboo actually means sacred, and it means basically that something is banned or forbidden because it's maybe too sacred for an ordinary person or maybe too dangerous for an ordinary person. So banned, prescribed, forbidden, it's a no-no. And the opposite would be okay or acceptable. Some things that have been taboo for centuries in all cultures would be like cannibalism or murder. In some cultures, it's taboo to raise your head higher than an elder's head. Wearing shoes in some places is taboo. And then today, probably shaking hands would be taboo. And here's an example of taboo in a sentence. Persnickety is our next word. An adjective, which means too fussy or picky. It almost sounds like what it means. Finicky, particular, choosy. Persnickety can be about foods or other things. And the opposite would be unconcerned, just chill. It's a Scottish word, like other words that begin with per. Purgatus is to clatter. Perskeet, fastidious, which means close attention to details. Perjink, very neat. And there's a sentence using persnickety. Next word, haphazard. And it's another adjective. It means just random by accident, something that's not planned. Hap, which means chance or luck, and hazard means danger or peril. The hazard part of the word doesn't really apply anymore, but the chance and luck does. So something haphazard is random, willy-nilly, slapdash, just kind of thrown together. An antonyms would be planned, orderly, deliberate, intentional. And there's an example. Imperceptible, another adjective, means very slight, hardly noticeable. So some ways you might use imperceptible. An imperceptible pulse would be someone who's just barely alive, right? You could have an imperceptible change in temperature or in lighting. It's a French word which came from Latin. Im, remember, means not, and then per, thoroughly, compared to grasp. So to perceive something is to understand it, to grasp it completely, thoroughly. So the opposite of that would be to not be able to grasp or perceive or understand or maybe even see or smell or hear. And there's an example. So synonyms: hidden, undetectable, you can't even detect it, it's so slight. And antonyms: obvious and conspicuous, it sticks out like a sore thumb. And there's a sentence as an example. Next word, atheist. Atheist is a noun, someone who does not believe there is a God. Okay, and atheist is a Greek word. A, when you start a word with a or an, that prefix means without. So like apathetic, remember, without passion. Um, Amnesia, without memory. Well, atheist, without God.